Well, today I am going to be replacing a bad electrical component in the rear end of a 2019 Jeep Rubicon that Jeep will not replace under warranty and wants me to buy a whole new rear end for the Jeep instead of a $100 or $200 component. Good job, Jeep. So let's go get the trailer, get this hooked up, and go buy a new rear end. You see, I should be able to just buy this electrical component that's in the rear end. It's going to take about 15 minutes to change. You have to take the differential cover off and unplug the wiring harness, and it's got one torque bolt that basically holds it onto the rear locker. But you see, I can't buy that. Jeep won't sell it. They won't warranty it, and they think it's reasonable that I buy a whole new rear end. Doesn't make much sense to me. I think it's a poor business practice on Jeep to not support their products and think that because an electric component goes bad that I need a whole new rear locker and a whole new rear end. But we'll test that, because I bought a rear end out of a 2020 smashed JL Rubicon, and I'm going to go pick that up and pull that electrical component out of that rear end, put it in the one that's currently in my Jeep, and solve my problem. Electrical component does is it measures and keeps track of the position of the locker, and since it's not reading right because oil is seeped into that component through a leaky O-ring and contaminated the circuit board inside, it doesn't read right, so it throws this light right here saying service the locker. But you know, Jeep doesn't service the locker. Jeep should change this light to replace the whole rear end in your Jeep instead of replacing one electrical component. Alright, so I've bought a new Dana 44 axle, and I'm going to be pulling the electrical component that goes bad out of the Dana 44 axle out of this axle that is from Jeep, that is came off a vehicle that Jeep apparently had crushed and was sold through like a parts distributor. And so I'll show you the inside of the axle, and I'm going to pull that component out of this here after I uncrate it and put it in the back of my Jeep. Let's uncrate this axle. All right, let's hold on here. So here we go. This is the axle, front to back. There we go. Electrical component, you're going to have to remove the differential bolt. Okay, so the component that goes bad is this component right here, and what happens is differential fluid leaks into it, causing it to throw codes and errors in the rear end. And this is what Jeep needs to replace to fix my Jeep, but refuses to. And so to fix this, we have to remove this bit here, this bolt, pull this off, and then unplug this, and we're done for this part until we switch it over into my rear end. So we're going to pull this torque bolt off and pull this part off. Take this bolt off, get to the star nut here so that I can remove this. Alright, now so reinstall this component. You're going to just take and tighten this bolt, this torque head bolt, back up. I've already plugged the wiring harness back in and should be good to go. So now that this has been replaced with a new one, in about 15 to 20 minutes worth of time to take the old one out and put the new one in, this should get rid of the service axle light and fix the rear end of the Jeep. So let's slide out here and see what happens when we turn her on. Bear with me with a shaky video from climbing out from underneath the Jeep. Let's walk around here in front of the Jeep. Put this here in front of the dash. Turn it on. And there you go, the problem fixed. No longer do we have a service axle light.